To spend time relaxing.
Yes. To spend time
Okay.
relaxing. I don't
Good.
have anything special planned for tonight. I just want to kick back and watch a movie. I think the meaning of kickback is, for example, now when I feel so tired, or when I don't want to do anything, or when I want to relax my brain, like when I want to do something for only myself, right? Then I can use this word, this phrasal verb.
Yeah, you could use it for yourself or for you and some friends. Like you could say, let's go somewhere, or let's go to the beach and kick back. That would be let's do it together.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the picture. In the picture, this
Can I see the
guy,
picture? Oh,
this one here, this person might not be alone. Maybe they're kicking back with friends at the beach.
what is this? What's the name of this?
This is a
The man is
hammock.
in it.
Yes, someone is in a hammock.
Hammock.
Hammock, yeah. Hamock. Hammock. Let's see, did I spell it right? Yes. Oh, it's two M's.
Hammock.
Hammock. Have you ever been in a hammock?
Yes. I think 2 months ago, no, 3 months ago,
Mhm.
I said to you, a friend of mine came to visit me, came to here
Mhm.
visit me, and we went to a city where near to Istanbul,
Mhm.
and we went to a forest, right?
Mhm.
Or let me write that down, because it's not exactly forest. I think you might be know the meaning of that.
Arboretum.
Do you know this?
Let me translate it.
For example, the
Well,
arboretum is means. For example, it's like a forest, but there are there the forest has very variety, like flowers, like uh, like trees, right?
mhm.
It's not a one. It's not a one tree in it, right? There are many variety tree. Like
Oh, yes.
it's
In
like a zoo, right?
Mhm.
It's complicated, and
Yeah.
I saw there 3 months ago. It was so beautiful, and actually
Yes.
we might be go to the arboretum tomorrow together
Okay.
with my
In
friends.
English, in English, the word is arboretum, and the spelling is almost the same. So you're
Arboretum.
right. It's like a zoo for plants, for nature, right?
Actually, I wrote wrong. Actually, you wrote correct. Both
Okay.
English and Turkish. This is my
Turkish and
mistake.
English,
Yes.
right. I've been to an arboretum, and they're beautiful. Like you mentioned, the variety of plants, um,
And trees.
and trees. Like it's just a beautiful garden.
Yeah, it's like a garden actually, not a forest.
Hmm.
It's like a garden.
Yeah, I like the arboretum that I went to in California, but there are many. Good.
Yes.
Do you live near an arboretum?
It's not near to me. It's not near me. It's like 2 hours to go to
Mm,
the arboretum. It's like arboretum's pronunciation is arboretum.
yeah,
Yeah,
or arboretum.
arboretum.
Arboretum in English, that's how they pronounce it.
Normally, I pronounce the arboretum in Turkish wrong. I was to pronounce it. I used to pronounce wrong in Turkish, and I was to say I used to say arboretorium in Turkish. I learned that the correct pronunciation of arboretum in Turkish, arboretum. Yeah, and it was so. I was going to the arboretum, right?
Yeah, arboretum.
With my friends, with Veysel, you know Veysel, and I said to I said to a man to ask where is the arboretum, right? I said, where is the arboretorium? And he said, what is arboretorium? I don't know. This is arboretum.
Okay. So he helped you pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, and thanks to him, I corrected the pronunciation of arboretum.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Well, our next word is fill up.
I heard this phrasal verb in an exam, right?
Uh-huh.
The teacher said to us, guys, fill up the gaps, right? You have to fill up the gaps with the correct answer.
Okay. Yeah. Usually people say fill in the blank.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
But this is different, I know. It's like this, yeah, not different, it's similar, but I mentioned different things. The meaning of fill up is in here, like, for example, the tank is empty. The tank of truck is empty, and if you want to continue the driving, you have to fill up the car, right? You have to fill up the tank.
Right. That's exactly it. Just like the example sentence says, we're getting low on gas, so let's fill up the car or fill up the tank.
Fill up the tank. Okay.
Yeah, that would be the gas tank. We could say, let's fill up the gas tank. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so you could say fill up the jar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you have a container, like a jar, you could fill it up with, it
It's
doesn't
like
have
a
to be
menemen.
liquid. Menemen.
Yeah. Have you ever a menemen in a jar? Right?
No,
In
do
a jar.
people put menemen in a jar?
Yeah, you can eat whenever you want.
Oh, wow. And you
If you
just,
want to see, I can see you. I can show you.
okay. Yeah, I would like to see. Do you keep it in the refrigerator?
No, you don't need to keep it in the refrigerator. You can keep in evaluate circumstance
You mean,
like
okay, how long do you keep it in a jar for?
it's like 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
You mean eggs and tomato?
No, it's not contains egg. It
Oh, okay.
contains tomato and pepper. Pepper.
Oh, okay.
Pepper.
Tomato and pepper.
Pepper. Yes.
Oh, oh, so it sounds kind of like a hot sauce.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
But
nice.
for example, when you keep out, right? When you keep out from or when you open the cover of the jar, right?
Right,
You just only add salt and egg, right?
right. Salt and
To
eggs.
cook that. If you want to
Yes.
see a jar, a menemen in the jar, I can show you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah.
see.
Okay. I'll be back then
Okay, I'll
in
wait.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay.
Okay. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Okay, it's here.
Ah, there it is. So that's the special sauce to put on the eggs?
It contains like it's only tomatoes and maybe you can see pepper.
Yeah, tomatoes and
I try
pepper.
to show to you.
Hmm.
Maybe you can see, maybe you cannot see.
Is it spicy?
No, it's not spicy. But if you want to add spicy,
Hmm.
right, you can add that later. You can add that in it later.
Yeah, okay. So it must be like a sweet chili and tomato,
Yeah,
not a
yes.
spicy chili.
Yeah, it's like you have a point. It's like a silly chili. Is that correct
Hmm.
pronunciation? Chilies,
Chili.
chili pepper and tomato, but it is very easy to cook menemen, right? And
Hmm.
when you want to cook menemen, it's only takes 10 minutes, maybe. It's
Hmm.
less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And good. So, do you add anything else besides the tomato and chili and the eggs?
But sometimes I can add extra pepper,
Hmm.
right? Or I also I also can I also say I can say ground pepper,
Hmm.
maybe. Is that correct? Ground pepper,
Ground pepper. Correct.
pepper.
Yeah.
It's like how could say?
Like black pepper? Ground black pepper?
Yeah,
Okay.
it might be like that. And you can add extra sauce in it. But if you want to eat, if you want to eat customer, right? Traditional, as like a traditional, as traditional,
Hmm.
you can add extra onion, right? For
Right.
example, you can cook onion, an extra pot or pan, right?
Right.
And you can add on it.
Okay. Ah, sounds good. So how often do you eat menemen?
Uh, 2 weeks a week, maybe
Two
it's,
two
uh,
times a week?
2 times a week, right?
Hmm.
Maybe more than 2 times a week. Sometimes less than 2 times a week.
Right. On
But I
average,
like
it would be
eating.
two times.
Yeah, I like eating menemen.
And do you eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Generally for breakfast. For
Hmm.
example, I left the hospital in the morning and I was so hungry. And I bought I bought two bread, no, one
Hmm.
bread and yogurt
Hmm.
and cheese, and I came to the home and I cooked menemen, and I like eating menemen with cheese
Hmm.
and bread, and then I slept.
You slept. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. After
but I
eating a
avoid.
good meal, sometimes I feel sleepy and I want to take a nap.
Yeah, but generally I gained some kilos,
Hmm.
and then I decided that I'm going to avoid eating fast food, chips, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like this kind of things. I'll avoid eating this kind of things, and then
Hmm.
but I am not going to avoid eating healthy foods, right? Like menemen,
Correct.
like yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually I miss eating I said in Turkish, Village yogurt.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever village yogurt?
I haven't. It's called village yogurt.
Yeah. Village yogurt.
Oh, so kind
It's
of like maybe
produced
country
in the
or
village.
homemade yogurt?
It's like homemade yogurt, but
Homemade
it's so
yogurt. I
natural.
have made yogurt before. Homemade. And what's the difference? What does it taste like when you make, or who makes the homemade yogurt?
Actually, this is different.
Hmm.
The yogurt is produced in a village, right? It's very
Right?
natural.
Yeah.
Go, goat, I think goat, is that correct? Is the animal? Goat?
Goat. Yeah.
Goat.
Goat. Goat.
Goat and sheep,
Mm-hmm.
sheep, and cow, right? And cows
Mm-hmm.
is fed very natural in the village, and that's why their yogurt is very healthy, very tasty, and especially I like eating sheep's yogurt,
Sheep yogurt or
sheep
sheep,
yogurt.
right? Sheep yogurt and goat yogurt. Can you
Yeah,
tell the difference between the two?
both of them similar but
Mm-hmm.
different than cow yogurt because
Oh, they're both.
yeah, the difference is cow, especially sheep yogurt is very oily, maybe I can say. Not oily, I don't know. I know actually not only. I can use another word to describe oily yogurt.
Or maybe very rich?
Fat, is that right? Fat.
Fat. Yeah, the milk has a lot of fat. So
Yeah.
sheep milk has a lot of fat.
Then it is the different the between them.
Okay. Huh. And so have you ever made yogurt?
Not really.
No.
I haven't been. Actually, I didn't do it. But my mother is my mother is so professional, right,
Yeah.
about that.
She knows how to make
Of
homemade
course,
yogurt. Ah.
she make yogurt. She makes yogurt since she was 14.
Okay, good. If she's been doing it that long, you could say she has made yogurt since she was 14 years old. She has made yogurt since she was 14 years old. Okay, so in the chat box is there that sentence?
If you want to one, I can send. I can send
You
you
can
via
send
the
it through it.
screen.
I'll just grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. I love different sauces. So
Yeah,
that's a
it
type
is.
of sauce.
Turkish people like. Actually, this is when if you come to Turkey one day, if you want to have a breakfast somewhere, I can suggest you when you come to Istanbul, you can you should have a breakfast near the beach or near the Bosphorus, right? It
Hmm.
seems very pretty. I surely suggest it to you, and uh, my suggestion is to you. You should want to have. You should want to eat a menemen, right?
Menemen. Okay.
With your maybe family, maybe only you. It is
Yes,
up to
I'll
you.
definitely try the menemen in Turkey. There's other Turkish foods I want to try too, but I've seen pictures of the Bosphorus and it
Hmm.
looks amazing. I love
Yeah.
I love views of the ocean and beaches.
Yeah,
So Turkey has a lot of coastline.
the Bosphorus has a special thing, right? Or I can say instead of think, feature, right? The Bosphorus of Istanbul has a special feature.
Yes.
The feature is it is divided. The Bosphorus is divided Europe and Asia side, right? Asia continent.
Right.
And if you across the Europe from the Asia, you have to across Bosphorus, Istanbul Bosphorus.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. That's so a lot of boats must go through there.
Yeah, of course.
Cruise ships? Do cruise ships pass through the Bosphorus?
Yeah, and also oil tanks, right? Oil ships,
Yeah.
maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or we
Yeah.
also
Oil
call
tanker.
oil tankers or load ships, maybe load ship,
Yeah. Cargo ships.
cargo ships.
Yeah. So those are the two popular words for those big ships: an oil tanker or cargo ships. Cargo ships carry cargo.
Yeah, and it's very narrow. The Bosphorus is very narrow,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it has been It has been many sea accidents on the sea
Oh,
on the
ships have
Bosphorus.
crashed.
Yeah,
Mm.
it
So they have
might
to be
be a
careful.
little bit it might be a little bit dangerous, but these years it's getting it's getting decreasing
Mm-hmm.
because there are many lines contracted the bottom of the ground, like
Mm-hmm.
with pipe.
Pipes.
Yeah,
Well,
pipe.
what's under
Uh,
the ground or under the sea?
yeah, under the sea, maybe under the with pipes, right?
Mm-hmm.
To send the gas from Asia to Europe,
Oh, so
and
ships have to be careful not to hit those pipes.
no, I mean that different. I mean that these years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there is no more need to oil tanker, right?
Correct.
Because of the new lines, maybe.
The new lines. Yeah, that's more efficient
Mhm.
to send everything by pipes.
Of course.
Hey, that's pretty good. When did they finish those pipes carrying the natural
Mhm.
gas or
Uh,
fuel?
yeah, it's already one. Maybe I can say different. Let me say. Let me. It's like pipeline. Is that correct?
Pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
It has been a pipeline uh, contracted, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or settlement. Uh, Settlements. Last. The over the past years, right? And
Yeah.
that's why oil tanker crashing is decreasing.
Okay, right. Because there's less oil tankers,
Yeah,
and that makes sense.
I haven't seen any oil tanker in the last decade.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want oil tankers to crash. That's too
Oh,
dangerous and
yes, of course.
messy. Yeah, a lot
But
of pollution when they crash because they spill.
yep.
So that'll be better for the environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we
Well,
were on straighten out.
yes, straighten out is the next phrasal verb. To deal with a situation or a problem, to solve a problem. She's trying
Okay.
to straighten out the problems with the network.
Can I make a sentence like this? I want to ask to you. For example, there's a problem about oil tanker, right? For
Mm-hmm.
or I think for. There's a problem for oil tanker. Is that right?
Um, well, you could
For or
say,
about?
now, is it about all oil tankers or just one?
It's just one.
Just one. Because you could say the oil tanker is having a problem.
The oil tanker is having a problem, and
Yes.
the engineers are trying to straighten out the problems with the oil tanker.
Good. Yes. That's a good way to use the word. The engineers are trying to straighten out the problem or fix it. Good.
Thank you.
Solve it. Solve it, fix it, or straighten it out. Good. Um, cover for. To do somebody's work while they are away. Probably at work when you were sick. Someone had to cover for you, right?
Okay.
Or
To
if
do somebody's
someone,
work.
you have a coworker that's sick, you might have to cover for your coworker.
Hmm. Okay.
I will cover
Work
for her
for.
today because she's feeling under the weather.
Working for working instead of a colleague of mine, right?
Yeah, you could say colleague. I'll work for my colleague or cover for my colleague.
Okay.
Good. Go under. That means go bankrupt. When a company goes under, they go out of business. Um,
Yes.
closed forever.
Close forever. Huh.
Yes. Okay, so when his business went under, he was forced to move back with his parents.
When his business went under, he was forced to move back in with his parents. Hmm.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to also write that down. The meaning of bankrupt.
Okay. Yeah. Bankrupt. That means when a company goes out of business. Out of business is another probably phrasal verb. So let me put that in the chat box. Bankrupt.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. Let's see. I can also see what this definition says. Oh, uh, yeah. When a company has a lot of debt and they can't pay the debt,
Mhm.
they're not making money, they have to go bankrupt. They have to close. Okay. So in the
Okay.
chat box, I put the definition.
Yeah, I see the definition.
Good.
Before the dialogue, I only want a small. I just want to. I'm sorry. Uh, huh. I want you to close the page for a short time, and
Sure.
I want to take a photo with you to the share on YouTube. A photo.
Okay. Yes. Let me turn off my screen sharing and
Yes.
I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt. It's full of flowers.
It's like very nice.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready. Okay. Thumbs
Okay,
up.
yeah, this is my thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. One more time.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we can continue the lesson.
All right.
You
Okay,
can see
great.
my on YouTube my channel.
Yeah, I'll take a look. On my screen, my picture is very small and your picture is bigger.
It's
But I notice, is it the same on yours? Am I bigger than your picture?
yeah, your picture is bigger than me
Yeah.
on my screen right
Ah,
now.
okay. Right. Okay, so we'll go back and do let's see, here it is, the dialogue practice. David is surprised to see that Andre is still in the office.
Mhm.
Why are you still in the office? You should have gone home hours ago.
I'm just trying to finish something. I'll stay here for another hour or two.
You can't keep working like that. You'll wear yourself out. Seriously. You need to take some time off and just kick back, to stop thinking about work, or at least for a few days. When was the last time you took some time off?
I took that Friday off a few months back when I had to go back to my hometown.
That doesn't count. There was something that you had to do. Why don't you take a few days off, fill up the tank, and just go out of town for a while? I'll cover for you.
I don't know. The timing doesn't seem right. There are some things that need to be straightened out first.
Yeah, straightened.
Straightened out.
Good. There are always things to be straightened out. Trust me, the company will not go under if you're not around for a few days.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Okay, so here, you can be David and I'll be Andre.
Okay. Why are you still in the office? You should have gone home hours ago.
I'm just trying to finish something. I'll stay here for another hour or two.
You can't keep working like that. You'll wear yourself out. Seriously. You need to take some time off and just kick back. To stop thinking about work at least for a few days. When was the last time you took some time off?
I took that Friday off a few months back when I had to go back to my hometown.
That doesn't count. That was something that you had to do. Why don't you take a few days off? Fill up the tank and just go out of town for a while. I'll cover for you.
I don't know. The timing just doesn't seem right. There are some things that need to be straightened out first.
There are always things to be straightened out, trust me. The company will not go under if you're not around for a few days.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Then think about it.
Yes. Did you
Probably.
understand everything, or do you have a question about the conversation?
No, the conversation is so clear.
So clear. Okay, so it sounds like David, oh, Andre is a workaholic.
Yeah, workaholic.
Okay.
We say in Turkey, ko. If the person is so, when for example, thinks that a person who worker or
A hard worker, or they
hard worker,
love work too much.
if a person who hard worker works so much,
Mhm.
work so much, and we say you are a co. You are
A
a co. You
co.
are studying, for example, you are studying the lesson so like a co,
Okay,
right?
and what is a co?
Yeah, it's not real co, right? To describe something that people is studying so lot, we
Okay,
say
yeah.
co. You
Hmm.
are a co, right? Especially it
Right.
is used for students,
Hmm.
right?
Right. So that would be, yeah, maybe a hard worker or
Mm-hmm.
workaholic.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have
Two
another
weeks ago,
reservation in 4 minutes?
well, yes, it looks like we have 10 minutes left. Or do you have to
Mm.
go in 4 minutes?
No. I don't have to go in 4 minutes, but I asked you if you have another reservation.
No, I don't. So we can
Okay.
continue. We don't have to stop. We can use up all the time. A new beginning. Two
Okay.
weeks ago, I found out that the company I was working for was going under, and nobody seemed to know how to straighten out the situation. Everyone started panicking, and the atmosphere at work was very depressing. I asked a coworker to cover for me, fill, filled up the tank of my car, and decided to just kick back and go on a short road trip to the countryside. It felt really good to leave all the problems behind and get away from all the stress. After a few days later, I returned from the trip full of energy and enthusiasm. I was ready for a fresh start.
It was really enthusiastic. Is that right?
Okay.
Let
Yeah,
me read again.
enthusiastic.
A new beginning. 2 weeks ago, I found out that the company I was working for was going to go under, and nobody seemed to know how to straighten out the situation. Everyone started panicking, and the atmosphere at work was very depressing. I asked a coworker to cover for me, filled up the tank of my car, and decided to just kick back and go on a short road trip to the countryside. It felt really good to leave all problems behind and get away from all the stress. A few days later, I returned from the trip full of energy and enthusiasm. I was ready for a fresh start. It was really interesting.
Good. Did you understand it all?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good decision to have
Yeah,
a full of
sometimes that
energy.
really helps, right? When you're maybe overworked, you might be stressed out and you might need the vacation or just a time off. Okay, let's
Exactly.
fill in the blanks. Miss Jackson and Miss Sato are talking about their boss, Mr. Taylor.
Mhm.
Would you like to read it?
Very there when Mr. Taylor made the official announcement about the company, blah blah. No, I wasn't there. I took a day off. Stacy was, I think, cover for me. Were you there? I think the answer of one gap. The first gap is kickback. No. Uh, Let me think that. Not kickback, I'm sorry. Go under. Okay. The company, not fill up, certain hour. Let me see again. About the company, straighten out. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, my microphone was on mute. About the company. Well, look, the next sentence says, it was sad. He had tears in his eyes. So maybe it was bad news. About the company going under, that would
Going
be
under.
sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the first,
And it's
at the
about, look,
other.
it's about an official announcement. So something big, an announcement about probably the company going under. Now, she said, I took the day off. So
I
you're
took.
right. Stacy covered for me. That would be the past tense, covered.
Okay. Yes, it was so sad. He had tears in his eyes. I can't imagine. This company was his whole life. I was certain he would find a way to uh, fill up everything.
Well, there's another one. Remember to fix something
Remember to fix
or
something.
solve the problem.
Straighten out.
Perfect. Straighten out everything.
Yes, straighten out. Yes. Yes, me too. Well, I guess it is time for him to kick back and retire. I mean, he still has enough money to enjoy the rest of his life. You're right. Okay, now I
Okay.
see.
Yes. Good. So, yeah, you got them all correct now. Going under, covering for, straightened out, kickback.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some more. Fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Can you read number one?
He blah blah both glasses with wine and sat on the couch waiting for her to show up. Okay. Mm,
Here's the choices.
fill up. He filled up. To try.
Oh, yeah. You know, here, let me see the next pool of answers.
He
Sentence
filled up the
building.
glasses with wine.
Correct. Yes. Let's take a look. He filled up both glasses with wine and sat on the couch, waiting for her to show up. Okay.
Okay. Will you cover for me while I am on location?
Perfect.
I don't feel like going anywhere today. I just want to kick back and watch a movie.
Yes. Number four.
Okay. I heard that your family business is going under.
Correct. Number five.
There are a few issues we need to straighten out before we can officially start operating.
Good. Number six.
On Sundays, I like to kick back at home myself.
Good. Yes. And number seven.
The restaurant usually blah blah at 8 p.m. So if we get there around, we should be able to find a table. The restaurant usually, blah blah, at 8 p.m. So if we get there around, we should be able to find a table. The restaurant usually, blah blah, at 8 p.m. So if we get there around, we should be able to find a table. The restaurant usually, blah blah, at 8 p.m. So if we get there around, we should be able to find a table. The restaurant usually strand out at 8 p.m. Filled up. I'm sorry.
Right, fills up with
Fills
people.
up with
Yes.
people.
Good. Okay, correct. And 8.
You don't look so good. You should take a rest of the day or day off. I'll cover for you.
Good. And 9.
I don't. This is a big crisis. I don't. This is a big crisis. You don't worry, but don't worry. We won't let the company. We don't let the company go under. We don't let the company
Yeah,
go under.
We won't let the company go under.
Won't. Yes. I think the last.
Yeah,
You should
10
come to the office tomorrow morning and we will try to find a way to stand out.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to
No,
hide the answer.
I could
Oh,
find the answer.
we just have 7
Okay.
seconds.
Teacher, thank you for the lesson. It was so effective for me.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. We can make some